everybody, Tyrone the God 3 here, and welcome to part 50 of the Emerald LP. And I really love how 50 is the number that we get to battle the gym leader on. I love that. Anyway, look at my Zagzagoon. It's got that Pokerus virus at the end of it. Yeah, I know. And it's not just Zagzagoon, it's all of my Pokemon. Like I said, I off-screen trained a lot of my Pokemon before I battled the gym leader, so they're all at level 40. But anyway, yeah, we're about to fight these twin gym leaders right here. Hehehe, were you surprised? Foo, you were surprised that there are two gym leaders? We're twins. I'm not reading that twice. We don't need to talk because we can determine what the other is thinking, all in our minds. This combination of ours, can you beat it? So yeah, here we go. We're about to battle Liza and Tate. Now, battling Liza and Tate, they are the first and the only gym leaders that are two people instead of just one gym leader. So this is the only 2-on-2 gym leader battle you'll ever do in the entirety of Pokemon Emerald, as far as gym leaders. So yeah, beating them gets you the Mind Badge. The Soul Rock and Lunatone are their main Pokemon. They're both at level 42 and they have Citrus Berry. But they'll start off with Axew and Claydol. They're both at level 1. Axew's the only Pokemon that has a gender in this entire setup. And it's a boy and it belongs to Tate. Liza's obviously the girl, and she has no Pokemon that are female. But yeah, they both use Psychic type Pokemon, so usually you want to have like Ghost, Bug, or Dark type Pokemon ready, and that's pretty much them. So, time for us to get started with this 2-on-2 gym leader battle. Like I said, it's the only time you'll ever battle a gym leader in 2-on-2 battle because there's two gym leaders, they're twins. And what's even more amazing is that they're probably like the youngest gym leaders. The only gym leader I think that's about as young as them is Candace. Anyway, I'll go ahead and start off with a Surf, but it doesn't do a lot of damage to Claydol because Claydol's a pretty specially defensive, bulky Pokemon because it's Psychic. It uses Sunny Day for whatever reason. It goes ahead and uses Earthquake, and it's not going to hurt any Pokemon on this field except for Zagzagoon, and it doesn't even do a lot of damage to him. So yeah, I'll go ahead and use Telekill Surf too, and I know it's going to do a little bit more damage because of Telekill same type attack bonus, but the Sunny Day more or less weakened the power of Surf. So yeah, I'll go ahead and use Thunderbolt on Axew because I know that's going to do a lot of damage. Axew has a weakness to electricity, so I go ahead and utilize that. Zagzagoon takes a Psychic, but yeah, he lives it off. Unfortunately, Zagzagoon gets wiped out due to the Earthquake attack. And to add insult to injury, he gets hit with a critical. But yeah, it's a sad day for Zagzagoon. I wanted to use Shadow Ball, but I couldn't find a way to utilize Shadow Ball to where it would do a lot of damage. Because I know Claydol, like I said, is especially defensive, and Zagzagoon wouldn't have gotten the same type of attack bonus, so there's no point in it. I go ahead and use Slasher because Slasher's part flying, so I know that Slasher will more than likely not get hit by the Earthquake, but I believe that he gets hit by Psychic anyway by Claydol. By the way, I mentioned this in a previous episode, but I really don't like Claydol. Just look at this thing. Doesn't it just make you upset just looking at it? It looks so weird. It's like, I remember one time I really wanted Owl Pokemon. That's why I really liked Noctowl, because, you know, Gen 1 didn't have any Owl Pokemon. And then Noctowl was introduced, and I was like, yay, an owl. And then Claydol was made, and it was like, oh my god, no. This is definitely not what I wanted. Thank God that Noctowl exists. Unfortunately, Slasher gets hit by the Flamethrower, and the Sunny Day's still out there, so it got stronger because of it. I guess the Sunny Day setup was for Soul Rock to use Flamethrower later. So yeah, I go ahead and use Trizzard because Trizzard is basically going to be the star player here. Trizzard is going to be doing a lot of damage to both Claydol, Soul Rock, and Lunatone because all of these Pokemon are part Rock, and Trizzard is Grass, and Grass does a lot on Rock. The Sunny Day still stays out here, but I don't think it affects anything majorly. Majorly is not a word. Anyway, Yeah, I go ahead and use Giga Drain to wipe out Claydol. I know it's gonna wipe out Claydol because yeah, it's super effective. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Claydol's part ground, not part rock. Regardless of such, I wipe him out. So yeah, Lunatune's out here on the field now, and I go ahead and Solrock ends up using Flamethrower, but I think the Sunny Day has faded since then, so Trizzard doesn't die. So yeah, thank goodness Trizzard doesn't die. Pelakil goes ahead and uses Surf on both Lunatune and Solrock. Yeah, but it's not enough to bring them down. I think I go ahead and try to knock out. Yeah, never mind. The Sunlight's still there. Trizzard's just a beast, I guess. Other than that, I think Trizzard also didn't get the not Trizzard. Solrock didn't get the same type of attack bonus for the Flamethrower, so it probably didn't do as much as it should have. I go ahead and use Giga Drain, and I think this wipes Lunatune out. Yes, it does, and thank God too, because Lunatune, just like Solrock, has a citrus berry. So it's a good thing I was able to wipe Lunatune out to the point where he didn't even get the chance to use the citrus berry. And since there's no same type of attack bonus from the Flamethrower, Trizzard just barely lives this with like one point of HP, and I love it. I love that Trizzard was able to live through that like a champion. So I go ahead and just finish things up. I go ahead and finish Solrock up using Giga Drain. And that's pretty much all she wrote. Liza and Tate are defeated. I beat them rather quickly, but like I said, I took some extra precautions. I kind of knew that they used Psychic type Pokemon. I knew which Pokemon Liza and Tate had because I played the game already before. You know, I just wanted to get ready for them because I remember them back when I was a kid being very frustrating gym leaders. So yeah, we get the Mind Badge from Liza and Tate. So yeah, with that said, we get the special attack and defense of our Pokemon increased, and we also get TM04, which is Calm Mind. It's good for if you have a Pokemon that, you know, that's planning to use a lot of special attacks or planning to be a special tank. It's really good. But with that said, we go ahead and beat them, so we can now leave out. And look at how far we've gotten. We got 7 badges now. I cannot believe it only feels like yesterday when I started the Emerald LP and I didn't have any badges, and now look, we got freaking 7 badges. We're literally almost there. But yeah, now that we've beat them, I'm gonna go in the center real fast. And I am back. And what do we have going on down here? It's Team Magma and Maxie again. What are they up to? What in the world are they up to exactly? It seems that they probably went down to the... I talked to the old man because I'm asking him does he know, but he obviously doesn't. But they, so they must have headed to the Space Center. Go to the Space Center. There you go. They're headed to the Space Center. But what are they exactly up to in the Space Center? As you can see, they're all posted right there. So we're going to go ahead and battle them. I'm going to go ahead and... No, I'll commentate over this. Hell, we just got done beating the gym leaders. Why not? So yeah, Team Magma's up to no good again. What exactly are they up to? They got Numel out here. And I go ahead and just use Surf to wipe this Numel out. It's no problem. But yeah, back as what I was saying with the gym leaders. I remember as a little kid, I had a lot of difficulties dealing with Liza and Tate. They were like my least favorite gym leader in the entire game when I was younger. So, you know, I tried to dedicate myself to training for Liza and Tate majorly. Not that word again. Majorly. Excuse me. Excuse me for my grammar. Anyway. Yeah, I remember really training hard in order to fight off Liza and Tate because I freaking hate Claydol. That earthquake really ruined a lot of battles for me when it came to them. Solrock and Lunatune were annoying in their own rights too, but they weren't anything I couldn't handle, especially when I had Swampert. Like, I'm not really used to using Trizzard or Blaziken when I fight off against them. I'm like, yeah, I have beaten the game with those two before, but I'm so used to using Swampert in Emerald and when I'm playing the Hoenn region. Like, if I'm playing Ruby or Sapphire, then I'm so used to using Swampert. They're using like Trico and they're using Sceptile and Blaziken just don't come as quickly in my mind as they do. But anyway, I go ahead and switch out to Ironside so he can get some experience points for battling a couple of these Team Magma members. See, apparently they're going to use the rocket fuel from the space station. Like, I'm surprised Team Magma's right back on other plans, considering that they failed their plans to control Groudon. Like, Groudon threw a fit in Team Magma's hideout and freaking left out. So, yeah, I'm kind of surprised to see Team Magma back on their evil deeds so quickly. But regardless, we're gonna defeat them like we did once before. I really like how Emerald version has measured how you battle Team Aqua and Team Magma, because in Sapphire you obviously fight just Team Aqua, and in Ruby version you fight just Team Magma, and it even looks awkward in places that make no sense. Like, for example, the whole like submarine fiasco looks very weird if you're playing Ruby version and fighting Team Magma, because it's like, I'm in a water-based area. Why am I fighting off against a bunch of fire type enthusiasts, fire/ground type enthusiasts? Or like, I'm in a volcano. Why am I battling off against a bunch of water enthusiasts while I'm in a freaking volcano? It just looks very awkward. So I like how they balance Team Aqua and Team Magma out in Emerald version. It definitely does a good job of making you feel like you're dealing with both of the teams, and you know that both of the teams are rivals. So it definitely gives you something to think about. Oh, and I forgot to mention, now that we've beaten Liza and Tate, we can use Dive outside of battle. So, yeah, we'll be looking forward to using Dive outside of battle now. That's going to be good. It's definitely going to be good. One thing, I think, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. And also, I hate to say this, you guys, but I'm temporarily going to take out one member of my team, just temporarily, so that I can use Dive, because like I said with Fly and Dig, I don't want my Pokemon to really learn two-turn moves. Two-turn moves are bad for Pokemon in terms of battle-wise, because that's a waste of a turn. It makes my Pokemon really vulnerable to future attacks and things like that, and I don't want to end up risking that. Like, the only time I think I taught a two-turn move was when I had Dig, and as you all can see, I got rid of that move. So yeah, I didn't want to risk it. I end up just go ahead and using Duck Dodgers, the Psyduck I captured. This is going to be pretty interesting. We're battling off against 3 trainers now. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and battle off against these 3 Team Magma members. And I was normally planning to speed up past these 3, but I figured out, what the hell, I'm just going to go ahead and commentate through them too, because, you know, there's a lot of things I wanted to discuss in terms of what's going on. Yeah, I forget which member I take out of my team in order to put Duck Dodgers in, but it really goes to show that I was completely wrong about how that filler episode, like, there is some relevance to the Safari Zone 43B episode, because I end up using a lot of the Pokemon that I capture in the Safari Zone to get me past certain obstacles. So I really gotta apologize to a bunch of people in that episode where I said that I'm not really gonna use the Pokemon in that, because that's obviously wrong. I used quite a few of the Pokemon in that episode. I used Dodudu in order to fly me around from place to place, but that's still off screen. I'd like change him out immediately, and then I use Duck Dodgers so that I can dive under the water, because I'm not going to teach any of my Pokemon dive. It's just not a good move. So yeah, meanwhile on screen I'm still whooping these freaking Team Magma members with no effort. Because at this point, once you've beaten Liza, see, I've level grind for Liza and Tate already, so my Pokemon are already buffed up from that. And also, when you beat Liza and Tate, it's like when you're fighting Team Magma members after already fighting off against Team Magma once before and Team Aqua, fighting them again, these grunts again, just becomes second hand to you, like second knowledge to you. It's not anything too challenging. So yeah, now that we've taken out the last Team Magma member, we go down here and find out exactly what's going on. we see Steven. He's battling off. He's going to battle off against the Grunt and Maxie. So we probably will be able to help him in the next episode. Tyrone the God 3 out. The hell is going on? Oh yeah, that's right. I was making a twins joke. That's what this whole bit was. Oh well. See you guys then.